diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mountaineers will put toe to leather to crank us up. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got him in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the catch up to 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. motion now to see if they can be more productive this time around. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball. And
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. On the ground with the counter. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking downfield, it's Allen. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the head forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert it through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it, they're on the run. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it down the left side. Turning it on. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
To the air on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. Hard line. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. To the air, it's Allen. Gets open down the middle. There he goes. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Need to do a better job as a defender in tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease, it's Stevens. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense set on first down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Back to pass. He's looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown. The defense putting points on the board.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. Opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards received.
Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, App State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to buy time. He'll throw it quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He has the first and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Cruz.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Back to throw, it's Allen. Firing to the right, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, the defense is going to let this quarterback find his fullback as often as he wants. They're not worried about this guy hurting them out in the open field. They rally to him. They get a tackle for loss there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, App State.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Notre Dame right back to the line. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking downfield on first down. He tries to take the top off. Catch inside the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Back open in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick down here on the goal-to-go situation. They break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Smashes it between the uprights. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. And some room to work. Looking for room at the 40. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Timeout by the defense as they're trying to ice this kicker. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to show off some leg strength 58 yards out and trying to bend it in from the right side. The official says no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, though.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Allen. Soft spot in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out and opening the drive from their own 3. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
To the air, it's Allen. Wide open downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using the quick game. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Snagged out of the air.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Mountaineers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the 1st. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Kennesaw State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 23 to East Carolina. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Give to the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Allen. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cruz. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Finds a little space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
The screen, and watch out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hit it off again here.
Going with the ground game left. Fights off a defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Finds his tight end. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. A They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for a man. It's Allen. And it's incomplete on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.